Welcome back, everybody. Another episode of Another LA Podcast. And you know the drill by now. Fred, take it away.
All right, guys, we have another Fred Flags over here. So recently I was in New York and I noticed they have a lot of common sense things they do there. Now, if you're walking and the light is red, in LA, you have to wait till it turns green. No, in New York, if you don't see cars coming, you just go. Just do your own thing. And I noticed, like, a lot of people, it's just more common sense out there. Like, that was the main one. I just like how they just don't follow, they just do their own rules. No one cares. It's like they just enjoy themselves, have fun, and, you know, I'm not scared of stuff. Not scared to break the laws, I guess, because maybe there's no laws out there. I have no idea. But if you see a red light here in LA and there's no cars coming, walk. You're good. Or run. Get your steps in. Aha, you never know. All right, guys, another Fred Flags. Yoo-hoo!
All right, there we go. Actually, to that point, I very much operate the same way. If there's no cars coming, I am not going to stand on the corner and wait for the light to turn green.
You rule breaker.
Actually.
Yeah. What are they going to do? Fucking arrest me?
What?
We're going to shoot you with a rubber bullet.
Ooh,
Shatter my testicle?
Ooh, hell no.
Oh, man.
What happens?
Rough.
You know what I noticed too? Like the light is green for the cars to go.
Okay.
But the signal on the thing is for stop.
Still has the hand.
Yeah.
Why can't you? If the light is green for cars, why can't you go?
I think sometimes, if you don't
What
pay
does that
attention,
mean?
there's a car that can turn either left or right in that
Yeah.
other lane. And I
They
think
can turn left or
sometimes-
right in the other one. It's right here outside.
I've also noticed, you know, like being that I walk as much as I do and I cross 6th Street every day. And that's got, you know, a big light.
Sometimes the walk sign doesn't come on.
But if I don't push the button for the walk, the light will turn green, but the little guy won't show up. It'll stay as the red hand.
Okay.
So, you know, maybe it's that. I don't know.
So also push the button. If you're close to the button, push that walk button.
But use your elbow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I'm like,
use
I
your
don't want
elbow.
to touch that shit.
You're not
Yes.
touching that stuff.
I don't want to touch that.
You're the elbow.
Or a glove. I don't know.
You don't wear a glove.
Maybe.
No glove, no
Michael
love,
Jackson?
baby.
No, absolutely not.
No glove, no love.
All right.
All right, so the three of us were talking. We were going back and forth, kind of trying to come up with ideas for an episode. And Martin had a great point. He was like, you know, we've got such a wide range of ages on this show, right? Between Fred, Martin, and myself. Because how far apart in age are you guys?
I don't know, how old are you?
39.
Oh shit, dude. I'm 54.
And I'm 27, right? So we've got multiple generations coming to you from the couch.
Yeah.
And so I you know, we were kind of spitballing ideas, and Martin was like, you know, we've got all this great, you know, diversity of age.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we should do an episode kind of talking about what life was like in our 20s. I'm coming to the end of my 20s. I'll be 28 in August.
He says the end. You hear this freaking guy. 28's not the end of your 20s.
But I'm getting there, right? I'm on the back end of my 20s.
All of us 30 plus just cringe like, oh, this guy.
You know, it is what it is. Numbers work how numbers work.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, we should kind of like, I'll talk about my experience over the last 8 years of being in my 20s, and then I'd love to hear about your guys' experiences of when you guys were 20, and we, you know, kind of compare and contrast the differences. Because you know, the world changes every few years, let alone, you know, every 10 plus.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. So, you know, so as somebody currently in my 20s, right? I'm 27. I'll be 28 in August. You know, I went to college when I was 18. I was in college for 2 years, and then I dropped out. So my 20s started with me dropping out of college. I spent 2 years not going to school. I bounced back and forth between Utah and Oregon, trying to figure out where I wanted to live. I was living with my folks for a bit while I was trying to get back on my feet after I dropped out initially. Then I went back to Oregon, chasing a girl, and working a bunch of different odd jobs. I did all kinds of different stuff. I worked in an art gallery, which was crazy. It was like a bougie art gallery. I was like selling paintings and stuff. Yeah.
Whoa.
I worked in a cannabis store in Oregon.
That tracks.
I was a bud tender. Yeah. Which is funny because I don't even indulge anymore. But so I did that for a little bit of time. I worked in a clothing store. I've had a number of different jobs, at least at that time. And then I tried to go back to school when I was about 23. I re-enrolled in a university in Oregon and did that for less than a year and then dropped out again. That second time around, I thought that it was gonna go great because I was older, I was more mature, I knew more what I wanted, and was gonna work hard and go to class every day and not party as much as the first time. And I didn't party as much as the first trip through college, but I realized like college is not for me.
Yeah.
Like
that's okay. It's not for everybody.
Oh,
it's okay.
totally. Yeah.
That's okay.
I was like, I don't want to do this. So I dropped back out, worked a bunch of different jobs, and then ultimately, this is kind of like what led me to being a barber. Was I was tired of all of this kind of like turmoil of jobs, right?
Yeah.
I was working one, and then I'd be unhappy and quit, or I'd get fired, or whatever it might be. And I was like, man, I want a career. I want to do something that is more permanent, that I can really like invest my time and energy and resources into. And I made a list. I made a list of things. I had 3 columns on it, and one column was things I want from a job. One column was things that I'll put up with for a job, and one column was things that I'm not willing to put up with.
Yeah.
And made those 3 lists, and basically kind of from then boiled everything down to like what meets these requirements. And barber was on that, on the thing that met those requirements, and it was the one that stood out to me. So I went to barber school and learned how to cut hair, and I've been doing it ever since.
I think the key thing I want to talk about, you just said there's that you made a list of what you wouldn't and would accept from a job, and that led you to where you're at right now.
Yeah.
I think at some point, everyone at any age should do that. Once you get to the age of 18 or 21, make a list of what you will accept and won't accept for a job. And that might help you find your passion. I'm not saying it will, but maybe that was really good right there.
Yeah, that was cool.
By doing that,
totally.
that helped you find what you actually wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I think more people should do that. There's so many people who are unhappy with their current job or career, and I feel like it's never too late to change careers.
Totally.
But you really got to be really dead set, mindful about it. I think the first step
I think
should
you got to be really
did.
intentional.
Yeah.
You got to be really intentional. You got to know yourself.
Yeah. That was a good gym. That was a real good gym.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah. Because I'll be honest with you, right? Like cutting hair is never something that I thought I would do.
Right.
Especially when I was growing up, when I was going to school, when I was doing, whatever. I never thought that I'd be a barber.
Yeah.
And it was only through that process of kind of, okay, like I want something more permanent. These are the things that I want. These are things that I don't want. These are things that I can put up with, which I think is an important aspect too, right? Because nothing is going to be perfect. No job is going to only be things that you want to be doing all
exactly.
day.
Absolutely.
Like I don't want to do perms.
Yeah.
I do occasionally, but
Yeah.
I don't want to do that stuff. It smells terrible. It takes forever. It's backbreaking work. But it is it's just one of those things.
Guys get perms?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Guys with extremely thick and straight hair. They want a little bit of wave to it. So it's usually a softer perm. It's not like full on like Jerry curl type stuff. But yeah, I've done some perms. Yeah, and then let's see what else. Fashion wise, God, my 20s have been all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, I've tried way too hard to achieve certain styles, right? Like I got really into like trying to be like look like a greaser for a while,
Yeah.
like slick my hair back into a pompadour, leather jacket,
Leather
tight
jacket.
jeans. Oh yeah.
The whole look.
Oh, the whole thing. Yep. And it's so funny because nowadays I would honestly say like I don't really have much of a style. I kind of just wear what I'm like comfortable in.
Yeah.
And so more often than not, it's a white t-shirt, black jeans, and Vans. Like that's kind of my go-to outfit.
The feeling.
But yeah, so that's got in and out of a relationship. Like long-term relationship, was in it for the majority of my 20s, and then got out of it fairly recently. And am now doing the single thing, for the first time in a long time. But so that's kind of been my experience of my 20s, at least in, a very condensed idea. So
That's good.
yeah.
I mean, you want to go next, Fred?
I mean, my 20s, hold on, I got to...
What year was it?
This was back in 1950.
What year was it?
Let me blow the dust off the book.
Yeah, let's start with this, right? I was born in 1997.
I was born in 1970.
1985.
So, yeah, my 20s, my God. I had 2 DUIs in my 20s.
Okay.
That's light
but-
today. Only 2?
That's good. And actually, you know what?
Only 2.
No. I'm actually glad I got my second one. Because back then, the first one was a slap on the wrist, you got a restricted license, and you're good to go.
Okay.
So it didn't teach me nothing. I just continued to do it.
Yeah.
So when I got the second one, Now it's a whole other thing. You got to go to jail for a week. You got to get a breathalyzer in the car for a year. You can't drive for a year and a half.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go to 18 months of like the alcohol schools and stuff like that. So that was like, and I don't drink and drive ever since then. Since 1997,
Good.
never again.
Yeah.
So I don't, because it's not worth it. And that's why I'm glad I got my second one, because no one got injured, no car crash, no nothing. I just got pulled over and arrested. That was all.
Yeah.
If I never would have got that second one, who knows if I would have continued, which I probably would have. Who knows what could have happened? I could have killed somebody, killed myself, killed something like that. So, yeah, it's not good that I had both of them on my record, my 20s, but I'm glad I did, because it taught me a lesson not to do it. And back then, there was no cell phones. Mm-hmm. There's no Uber, no Lyft. You had to flag down a taxi. You had to, go to a payphone to call. I don't even
send out the messenger pigeon.
Yeah, you had to do all that stuff like that. Because, back then, cell phones did not come out until I was 27. So I had a beeper.
Damn, you were my age when cell phones came out.
And she just looked up over there. She's like, damn, that guy's old. Anyway, so I remember pager would go off. You got to go to the payphone.
Yeah.
Call the number, whatever it was, stuff like that. My Motorola pager, I remember.
I've never used a payphone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Never once.
But so that was
nice.
So, but as far as job, I was living in Huntington. So my jobs, I was working at restaurants, and just doing odd jobs, but it was just mostly just
Were you doing the actor model thing at that point?
Not really. I didn't start until I was in my 30s, I think.
Okay.
Career change. Okay.
Yeah, it was something. I fell into it, just random. But yeah, I was just working at the restaurants. I was living my life in Huntington, partying, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that's all you do out there. You just fucking party every night, and you got Sunday
real
fun day.
OC life, huh? Real
OC life, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was doing that. But as far as the fashion and stuff like that, I remember I got my first DUI. When I got my first DUI, I was in a blazer and shorts at a club.
Sick.
And
what color was the blazer?
I don't remember. I think it was purple.
Oh,
I think it was a purple blazer, to be honest.
I was hoping that it was going to be something like that. Yeah.
Purple's great.
And that was the fashion back then. Also, too, I had the Z Cavariccis. We used to pin the pants with safety pins.
Yeah.
We used to do that, or we'd roll them up. Or something like that.
You should bring it back. So we can buy it.
I tried it. I could. I mean,
if you post that fit on TikTok, because you're on TikTok right now.
Yeah. By the way, I'm on TikTok Live right now. So
hello, TikTok Live.
Martin's not in it, but anyways.
Yeah.
But but the fashion was just. I remember I had I never had the short on the sides at that time, so it was more like the flock of seagulls or something. To where it was like this side was pushed up or this side was pushed up. It was almost like Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
That was the hairstyle back then. Was a Vanilla Ice style.
Gotcha.
So that's how I would do it. And yeah, it took forever to do it. It took forever. But yeah, my 20s were just. What else is my 20s? Yeah, I don't know.
Any good takeaways or life lessons from your 20s?
Well, I mean,
because Grayson had a good one with his 20s.
He's still in his 20s too. So,
yeah, I know.
So it's different because wish.
Yeah, mine's a little fresh.
Yeah, his is very fresh. Yeah. I mean, because things are so different now compared to then. Obviously, when you get older, you think back of oh, this is what I should have done. This is what I would have done if I had known this or that. Back then, we didn't have none of that stuff.
Yeah.
So we just knew what we knew.
Do you think that you'd be better off had you had cell phones all life?
I don't know.
For your whole life, as opposed to the experience that you did have.
The experiences I'm talking about is more focus on things, not the party and the girls, and stuff like that.
Focus less on that,
drinking and driving. Using more common sense back then.
More mindset type of stuff.
Yeah, more mindset, common sense. You shouldn't be doing this. This is not, But no one told you any different.
Yeah,
so yeah.
And then we've got our resident veteran on the couch as well. What were you doing in your 20s, Martin?
Man, in my 20s, I was still in the military. I spent the majority of my 20s in the military. I joined at 18, 19, didn't get out till I was 27, turning 28.
Okay.
That's when I first
went
out.
Right about the same age I am now.
Yeah, so during my 20s, I got married at I think I was 20 or 21 when I got married and got divorced when I was 23.
You got married when you were 20 or 21?
Yeah, one of those
Damn.
things. Yeah, I got married. this is from my personal opinion, don't get married that young. Live life, experience some stuff, wait till you're maybe late 20s to get married or not. But I think getting married like right after high school or right while you're in college is a little much.
Yeah.
It's a little much. So yeah, that didn't work out. I said married, got divorced, deployed to Iraq. I was in Iraq from 07 to 08. Ramadi, Iraq to be exact, with military police company. We were out there, that was a thing. That was
It
a
was.
thing. It was a thing.
It's a good way to describe it.
It's a thing. And then I guess dealing with organizing my life for my time after the military, because I knew I was going to get out in my late 20s.
Yeah.
So looking at colleges in LA, looking at apartments in LA, figuring it out that if I wanted to work in the entertainment business, was going to move back to the East Coast. I'm from Philadelphia originally, so we're going to live in New York. We're going to go move out to the sunny California. So I chose to move to Cali. So something similar to what he talked about. I knew the career path I wanted to take after being in the military, which is to work in entertainment, behind the scenes, working with artists and clients. And I did that for a while. Now I'm doing something a little different. But I definitely grew up a lot in my 20s from being in the military. So I kind of had my head on straight and kind of still move a little militant in some ways on how I think about things. Sometimes I think about how I want something to end and working my way backwards. That way it begins right. That way I'm on the right path. So that's something people can do or take away from this, to really own your life. And I think what I want to give people from that is say this. You're in control of your life. You need to choose either to be in the driver's seat or the passenger seat. But if you're sitting in the passenger seat of your life, you're not in control. So you need to stop what you're doing, get out of that car, get in the driver's seat, put both hands on the wheel, put it in drive, and figure out what is driving you, which you want to drive towards.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you
I
think,
like that.
and being in the military also gave you more structure, I would think, right? More,
It did, and a little bit of trauma, but structure too, yeah.
Yeah, well, the trauma, it's probably going to happen.
Structure too, yeah.
But I'm saying it's more as a lot of, there's like kids, like the guy lives in our building, went to the military, you know? But people go, like their parents are like, hey, you're just out of control.
Yeah.
You need to be whipped into shape. And do a lot of people, they go there as a wild child, but come out much more mature because of what they, how they.
I almost got sent to military school.
Some
you did?
some do,
Yeah,
some
when I
do,
was-
but
when I was in high school.
But kind of like how college is not for everybody, the military is also not for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because while I was in boot camp, I saw guys that washed out.
Yeah.
Or while I was during my 8 years in the military, I saw guys that got kicked out for behavioral issues. So kind of like how college is not for everybody, military also not. It's for some people.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a firm believer, nothing's for everybody. Like me personally, I like candy, but I hate black licorice. I can't eat the crap. I do not
don't
like
like
it.
licorice.
I know some
Same.
people who love it. Those pickles you get at the gas station that are really warm in a plastic bag.
Oh,
I know some people
disgusting.
who love them. Me,
you ever
I
had a
wouldn't
bagged
eat that
pickle
if
from the
that was
gas
my
station?
last meal. I wouldn't.
That doesn't surprise me.
I would not
Health
eat
nut.
that. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, that's
I've never
all it
even heard
is.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got like spicy ones. And
Yeah, some people
they got
love
red
them.
ones. They got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I that's a funny connection. I did almost get sent to a military school because in high school I was kind of a problematic, troublemaker.
No way.
Just a little bit. I was getting in fights, doing, other bad illegal things. And so my folks, they actually took me to one. I think to try to scare me.
Yeah.
Because they weren't, it was not like they were going to enroll me there, I
Right.
think. But they took me to one. It was in Mexico, Missouri.
Oh wow.
Shout out Mexico, Missouri, small town.
Mexico,
Okay.
Missouri, what a name.
Yeah.
Exactly. And we toured the school. It was terrifying. We all, hated it and whatever. But that was actually what led me to then end up at a boarding school afterwards.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I didn't go to a military school, but I did go to a very structured boarding school. Yeah.
Damn. Wow. All right. Yeah.
What else we got on the topics here?
Oh, I didn't talk about the fashion sense.
Oh, yeah, the fashion.
So fashion.
Oh yeah. How were you dressing in your 20s?
My 20s, definitely baggy clothes era prior to going to the military. But in the military, it's very more like straight-legged jeans or like tapered jeans.
Okay.
And then just like t-shirt, graphic t-shirt, dress up when I need to. And it's kind of the same now, to be honest with you. Like 9 out of 10 times I'm in like jeans and a hoodie.
Yeah.
But if I have to dress up for an event, I have suits ready to go.
Ooh.
I know how to
Know how to put you know how to put it on.
I know how to put it on. I know how to put it on. I know how to put it on.
What was the hair looking like in the 20s?
Same, because I'm in the military, so it's like low cut, low fade.
Yeah,
regularly the high and tight or low cut fade. That's it. Like that's all you can have. Face was always clean shaven. So
that's why you rock the beard now.
Rock the beard now. Yes, I really rock the beard now. Face was
I've never seen you without the beard.
Yes.
A couple times.
A couple times. Every now and
then.
A couple
times he's
really?
it grows back quick.
I don't think I've seen you without the beard.
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah,
I like that.
I don't think I've seen you without the beard.
So yeah, that's it. Just keep it chill. My style is very essential pieces.
Are you guys thrifters?
Yes.
Yes. If I find something good for thrift, yes. I'm looking.
I thrifted this T-shirt.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that I'm wearing.
Fire.
Right now. Yeah.
Fire.
I found one in New York. We were walking.
Store, yeah.
We were walking, and I'm like, this looks pretty cool. Walked in, I bought 3 things.
Nice.
Yeah.
I have a big vinyl collection, and I've thrifted the majority of that, and I've found some incredible records.
Oh yeah.
At like divey, sketchy little thrift stores,
Nice.
or like the Salvation Army.
Yeah.
I found a Diana Ross and the Supremes record.
Ooh,
yeah,
nice.
For $1.50.
And how to play good? Was it scratched up or anything?
No, plays perfect. It's one of my go-tos. It's how I start my day. A little Diana Ross and the Supremes. Come on, now I'm making breakfast, dancing around. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like you like your coffee black, huh?
I may have been known to skip the milk when I'm making my coffee in the morning.
And on that note, you have a nice little...
It's about that time?
About that time already? Damn.
Yeah.
This one flew by.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
All right, let's see. All right. All right, yeah, it's a good one, considering the topics that we just went over. I've just got a list on my phone at this point of the different things
we love a
I want
list.
to touch on. We do love a list. I know, I'm like talking all about how I make lists on this episode. All right, so this one is, you don't have to have it all figured out to keep moving forward. And I think that's super relevant considering our conversation about our 20s and whatever. I mean, Lord knows I don't have everything figured out. I'm making it up as I go, trying to look good while I do it, but still making it up as I go. But just because you don't have it figured out doesn't mean that you can't be moving in the right direction. I don't know where I'm going to be 5 years from now. I don't know where I'm going to be 10 years from now. But what I know is that I'm going to work every day from now until then to either figure out where I want to be or just to get to where I want to be along the way. I think life, is one of those things where it's ever changing and we're constantly going through like ups and downs and getting curveballs thrown at us where you don't necessarily know how you're going to handle it. But just because you don't have everything figured out, like, doesn't mean that you have to sit around and like wait to try to figure it out, as opposed to like taking action and working hard and building, your not only your professional life but your personal life as well, your social life, your dating life, your fashion sense, right? All these things that we've talked about today. I think it applies to all of that. So that's I think what I want to leave everybody with today. You don't have to have it figured out, but keep moving forward.
There we go, Fred.
All right, guys. Well, that was another LA podcast. So you know what to do now. You like, you comment, you subscribe, and you eat that smash burger. And TikTok Live, thank you for watching, guys. Woohoo!
All right, we'll see you guys next time.